very good morning. I apologize, it's dark. I turned on the light, but they're working on the power line, so we have no power at this morning. And if we don't get it back soon, I'm probably just gonna have to run over to my mother's first thing this morning to get ready, because I don't know when it's coming back on, but this is so annoying. This is like the third time everybody's lost power in the past 2 weeks. Because we're working on lines right at the end of my driveway. But today is the beginning of the weekend, is what today is. Usually my weekends are pretty laid back, but this weekend we have a lot going on. So it should be quite an interesting couple of vlogs, the next couple ones that I post. So let me give you a quick rundown of what to expect today and then kind of what's going on throughout the weekend. So today is actually probably the least of the busiest days, like the least amount going on this weekend. The only real thing that like I have to do is I gotta go do some photography for the nightclub again today. Like I said, I don't have power at the moment, so we may have to go over to my mom's as soon as Ella does wake up to go start getting ready. I do have a lot, I'm sorry, I do have a lot to show you guys today with the house. We've been doing quite a bit over the past few days. I don't friggin' have anything to wipe my face with. We've been doing a lot of work on the house over the past couple of days because Ella's birthday is next month and we're gonna try so hard to have the party here. The house is just not guest ready yet. A lot of the downstairs now is, you know, because the majority of the kitchen is done, but we need to start redoing the living room, which we have been doing. I don't know. I mean, I'll definitely show you guys today, but we built a wall in my living room. We picked out the colors for my living room. So we did that all on his day off. Also, I know this is so random, but I'll throw in a couple of clips in just a second here. But the other day, so when I first tried Pokemon Go, this trend, I won't lie to you, I thought it was kind of stupid because I played it, but I was when I first downloaded it, I was at work because my brother told me about it, so I downloaded it and I'm like all right, it's kind of cool how it's like a GPS thing, but like no Pokemon are coming to me. I'm standing here and I can't catch any Pokemon, and they're like, no, like you have to, you know, walk around and stuff, and I'm like, I don't really walk anywhere. I drive places, you know, and I'm not going to play it while I'm driving. So, I don't know. I ended up going into we have woods near, not too far from where I live. So we went into the woods yesterday, just Ella, not yesterday, a couple days ago, just Ella and I. So I found this trail like right by my house. Like if you go past that, you walk into my neighborhood. So I'm here with Ella. This is actually that trike thing that I was talking about that she loves, but we're gonna check it out. I don't know how sketchy this is. I actually think this is like the town forest. So we'll go. And then we went back when TJ was home. It's the next day, and TJ and I and Ella are back in the forest, literally collecting Pokemon. We're playing the Pokemon Go thing, and I'll be honest, when I first tried it, I was like, this is kind of stupid. Like, I was playing it by myself, and I was, you know, obviously at low level. I'm still only level 5. But what team do we play for, babe? The red team?
Valor.
Valor. Team Valor. Woo! So, we've been outside catching Pokemon. We did see a Pikachu at one point when we were driving home. We ended up going to Olive Garden for some lunch, and we were driving home, and we tried so hard. Like, I literally pulled over on the side of the road trying to get these the Pikachu, but he was gone, so no Pikachu today. You know, we ended up just like going into the woods and playing Pokemon Go, and we actually didn't really catch any Pokemon when, you know, we went into the woods. We had gone to Home Depot later that day for some reason. A lot of them were hanging out at the depot, but we found a lot of Pokemon there. You can kind of see behind me the progress of the living room. I guess I can just show you guys this since I kind of briefly talked about it. So, first of all, oh yeah, I have no power. First of all, this living room was gonna become our dining room, but the more and more we thought about it, we're like, you know what, whatever, we're gonna keep it the living room. So, you remember my stairs? We're covering it up. We're putting a wall on this side. You can access it through that room. So you just walk through there, and then like you can come up the stairs. So we took off the step on this side, you know, leveled it so we could put up the framing, and we put the step on the other side of the stairs so you could get up that way. So TJ was able to put up all the frames yesterday. He got that piece of drywall up, and then he wanted to put the second piece of drywall up, but he has to do some electrical and stuff, so that'll be really cool to have. So we'll have a new wall. Half wall is still being worked on. This side we got drywall on. So we actually found this really cool paneling at Walmart, not Walmart, Home Depot, that we wanted to put on the half wall, which is like a stone texture. So this won't be colored, you know, the same color as the kitchen. It's gonna be like a stone pattern, which will be really, really neat. And then we ended up, Home Depot has an app that you can download for your phone for color matching. So I wanted to find a color that would match the centerpiece. I don't know why my table's a disaster. I woke up with it like this, but we color matched this piece right here, and we found this paint chip here. So I think this is the color that we're gonna go with for my living room. I wanted to keep it neutral, but I wanted the kitchen and the living room to kind of flow into each other since they're so open to each other. So that's what we've been doing. So pretty much every day after he gets out of work, he wants to come home and do something with the house, whether he's, you know, drywalling or whether he's working on, you know, the breakfast bar or whatever it is. We're trying desperately hard to get ready for Ella's party. So excuse me while I'm putting dishes away, but we're gonna get ready to leave. That bike thing that I showed you that Ella was riding in the clip when we were walking in the woods, she loves that thing. So I try to take her on a bike ride at least every single day, but she doesn't have a helmet yet, so it's just gonna make me feel a lot better if I go out and get her a helmet. So I wanna go take her on a bike ride, but first we gotta go to Walmart and get her a helmet. Isn't this like the cutest thing, by the way? I don't know. She's not getting into much, but I actually got this at Target, but it's just a butter thing. I just have to get sticks of butter, but I just washed it, but I just thought it was pretty and right there to show you. Oh my goodness, oh my god. Okay, so sorry if you can hear the AC in the background, but it's really, really hot, and I let the car cool down for a few minutes, but still a little toasty. But I just ran to the store looking for a toddler helmet for Ella. Unfortunately, they were out of stock, so we are gonna go to Target and try to look for one. But something happened in Walmart that I feel like I have to share because, I don't know, I just don't really have anybody else to tell this, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I went into the toy section because I picked up a blind bag, which I haven't really talked about those blind bags because I was like, whatever, I'll just do a video on them, unboxing them. But I picked up a blind bag, so I was in the toy section, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like really, really tall. I'm only 5'4", so a lot of men are taller than me, but this guy was like 6'4", 6'5", or something. And he comes up to me, and he's an older gentleman. He's probably 50-something. I'm just trying to like compare him to my parents because my parents are 51. So he's probably 51 to 55, anywhere in that range. And, oh, easy, baby. Well, she's still got a nasty cough, Mom. So he comes up to me, and he says, oh, excuse me. So I just thought I was in his way because I was sort of in the middle of the aisle. Like, it was a back wall that I was looking at, so it was just like a perpendicular aisle to all the other ones. I don't know. I just thought I was in the way. So I like moved my carriage. I said, oh, I'm sorry, and I moved my carriage. He said, no. He's like, I just saw you walk by, and he's like, I just had to come tell you that you're so beautiful. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I was so thrown off because I'm never, ever, ever, ever approached. I'm really not. So he says that I'm beautiful, and I'm like, oh, well, thank you very much. I said, that's very flattering. He's like, yeah. He's like, wow. He's like, you're so much more beautiful. You like face to face. Oh, thank you. Like, I just keep saying thank you. And he looks at my finger, and he's like, oh, he's like, you're married? I said, yeah, I am. He said, well, I'm married too, but would you ever want to get coffee sometime? What? Girl! No! Oh my gosh. At that point, I got really nervous. I just started laughing. Every time I'm nervous or like shy, I start laughing. It's so stupid, but I just started laughing, or like giggling rather, and I'm like, oh, I said, I'm sorry. I said, I really, really can't. I said, I am married. He said, oh, he's like, well, I figured I'd give it a try. You're just so beautiful. I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm like, I am not about to have an affair with you. What? Like, no. But I don't mean to like just jump subjects real quick, but I did want to tell this story while I was in the car. It just happened that something at Walmart happened that I wanted to share with you guys. This story, however, is kind of sad though, so if you're not in the mood to be bummed out or like don't like sad stories that have to do with animals, then I would highly recommend skipping ahead a couple of minutes. But I had to tell the story because it really bugs me, and I can't get it out of my head. I can't, and that's why I want to share it. So again, if you don't want to get bummed out, I understand. Skip ahead a few minutes. So my porch, above my porch, we have like a little, the wall comes out on my second floor, so it's kind of a ceiling to my porch, and there's this one spot where the ceiling is missing because we had a second flood that we had to fill in, and since we just haven't put that part back up, if that makes any sense. So anyway, so this is a little spot in the ceiling that birds have been getting into, and I feel like I've talked to you guys before about the birds. I think I've even shown the bird's nest before. This is a new set of birds that I'm talking about. It's not the same nest that we're talking about. So that same area, new nest, new birds. So for the past couple of days, I've been hearing little cheeping coming from the nest. So there's new baby birds in there, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome, because the other ones, grew up and flew away, and we hadn't had birds there for a while. So I heard cheeping for like 2 or 3 days. Every time I was out there watering my flowers, I could hear them. And then one night I went out and I didn't hear them anymore, and I'm like, that's really bizarre. I said, I really, really hope they're still in there, unless they like grew up to the point of where, the parents kind of kick them out to fly. So I was wondering if that happened, if they just got too old and flew away. So that was my initial thought. Until I saw the nest on my porch. This is where it gets really sad. So again, I'm warning you, it's sad. So I saw the nest on the floor. My heart sank as soon as I saw it. Now, TJ was just getting into my car to head to the store, and I'm like, hold on, babe. I said, hold on. I said, there might be, baby birds in here. I'm like, I can't deal with that alone. I need you here. He's like, I'll deal with it when I come back. Don't touch it or whatever. So I'm like, all right. So he hadn't left yet. He was getting ready to, and I went over, and I was wearing sneakers at the time, and I used my toe to almost lift the nest to see if anything was there. And my heart sunk when I saw a little tiny baby bird lying on its stomach, dead. And he was underneath the nest. And when I say tiny, I mean literally no longer than this. No feathers, still blind, hadn't even opened its eyes yet. And I don't like seeing animals like that. That really, really bothers me. So I was really upset. I wasn't at the point of tears or anything, but I was really upset, and I really wanted to bury it. And there was more of the nest that I hadn't explored yet. So I'm like, oh dear God, please don't let me find another baby bird. Please, please, please don't let me find one. So again, I used my toe to lift up the rest of the nest, and there was a second baby bird. This time, however, when I put my toe underneath the nest to lift it, I could feel the body of the baby bird on my toe. Mind you, I was wearing sneakers, but my sneakers weren't thick, so I could feel the bird as soon as I put my toe there. And I jumped up. I started crying, hysterically crying. I felt awful. There were 2 dead baby birds, and I ran to DJ, and I'm like, I'm crying, and he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, there's another one. I just touched it. I have this weird thing with touching dead things. I can't. Even humans, if I ever go to a funeral, how, if you've ever been to a funeral, people touch their hands or kiss them goodbye on the cheek or whatever, I've never been able to do that. And it's nothing against, this guy is turning into, it's nothing against, I don't know, sorry, I just don't know. Oh shit, I just didn't realize. Damn! I thought he was, okay, so this intersection's really weird. It's really hard to explain what just happened. Anywho, so I was in hysterics, and I'm like, I just freaking touched a baby bird. There's 2 dead ones. I don't know what to do. So he's like, all right. So he got out of his car, and he ended up picking them up with trash bags and stuff. And I was just I was so heartbroken. I never got the chance to bury them. I truly don't know what came of the birds' bodies, but I couldn't leave them there because ants started getting to them. One of the baby birds, ants were kind of crawling all over it, and that it really, really grossed me out. And I'm like, I can't let that sit there and be eaten. I'm like, if I walk out there the next morning and see it partially eaten, I'm gonna throw up everywhere. I just can't. Okay, so that's it. I promise that is it for the blood and gore of this vlog. I promise the rest of it will be upbeat. I just really had to share that story and get it off my chest. It's really been bothering me, and I've been dying to tell somebody besides TJ. I just needed to tell somebody. So we're about to pull into Target, and hopefully they will have helmets in there. Ah, this plaza blows! Get out of me way! No, I didn't tell you to go. Nope, I didn't. I hate this plaza because it's such a busy plaza, and we're going through it. Alright, I think the worst part is over. Okay, perfect. They have some infant helmets, so there's 3 different choices. I like this one. I think we'll do this one. What do you think, babe? What do you think of this one? What do you think of that one? Do you like it? Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a dry erase helmet.
But all right, that's all I needed. Let's get out of here before I spend any more money.
So I'm glad that Target was successful. I ended up getting the helmet that I showed you guys. I was looking at some floaties for her, but I didn't end up getting them this time because she really doesn't need them at the moment. So I'll just go get them when she needs them. But I also got some donuts that we're snacking on because I'm starving. I'm sure she is too. She only had a little bit of yogurt today. Hasn't really had a very big appetite. But I did also grab myself, oh man, it's diet. I don't like diet anything. I'll be completely honest, but I picked up a Mountain Dew. I've never tried diet Mountain Dew though. I don't like diet Pepsi, but you know, I'll be honest, it's not bad. I suppose it almost tastes like a flat Mountain Dew, which, damn, you ate that donut so fast, girl. It's actually not terrible. So if you like diet things, I would give the diet Mountain Dew a try, to be honest. I mean, I definitely like, you know, like the original better, but this one's not bad. I pretty much, hey, Ella. Hi, baby. You got your helmet on backwards, babe. I'm waiting for the car to cool down. It is so hot. I am sweating. Ooh, that is a nice breeze, however. Oh, baby, can you not? You got your helmet. Ah! You got your helmet on backwards, boom. So I pretty much spent all my battery incubating my Pokemon eggs while walking. So I only have a second to talk to you guys until we get home and I can get my phone on the charger. But it's so hot out. I think it's like 90 degrees. I think I passed something that said 88 degrees, but it's definitely gone hotter since. So we're gonna go home and I'm gonna give her an ice cream probably soon after lunch. I don't even know what time it is. Maybe 11, maybe not.